Hello, welcome back again. My name is the Next Thing, and today, welcome back to Katawa Shoujo. So, basically, last week I did the whole Katawa Shoujo update. This is actually me now finally seeing that all go and done. I'm recording this on the Saturday, so yeah, it's gone well. It's been pretty cool. It's definitely looks a lot better now, so I'm happy with that. I'm not sure. Yeah, okay. Anyway, let's begin. So I'm pretty sure I read this, but either if I haven't, I'll just read it all again. Great, now I can't decide whether to be excited, nervous, or depressed. I settle for a combination of all three and hop in the shower. Let's just move the mouse out of the way for a little bit. Do. Okay. Ooh. I don't think I like riding on buses. Actually, I think I'm pretty comfortable saying that's a fact. They sway a lot, they smell funny, and you can feel every bump in the road. I'm really not looking forward to this. Plus Emmy's leg keeps making a clanking noise that draws the attention of everybody else on the bus. She's in shorts again, and she's got long socks drawn up over her prosthetics so they don't look so obviously false again. But that doesn't stop the odd look or two every time her legs bump together with an audible clunk. I shift nervously in my seat. Emmy raises an eyebrow questioningly. She doesn't seem to mind the stares. Either that or she doesn't even notice that people are staring. I'm sure she's gotten her full of odd looking looks before. After a certain amount of time, I doubt she's even noticed anymore. Jesus, learn to read me. This is only just the start. I'm only bloody 2 minutes into this recording. Like, god damn it. Not that she'll ever tell me if I asked. Another fact is, I'm not just uncomfortable about the bus. I can't seem to come to terms with the fact that Emmy appears to be trying to bring me closer, while at the same time pushing me away. The nurse said she trusts me, even if it doesn't look like it, but I'm not sure if I can trust the nurse. He's protective of Emmy, just like I'm a protective of Emmy, and I will be likely to say something to make her look good if somebody asks me about her. So he might just be doing that. Still, there was something about the way he seemed genuinely surprised that Emmy's invited me along. Maybe last night's talk helped more than I think, but I'm still worried. Meeting the parents is a big deal, right? Not that I haven't already met Emmy's mother, but that was just an acquaintance. Now it is going to be as Emmy's boyfriend, with everything that implies. I can feel my heart pounding in my chest, an echo of that snow-covered afternoon that feels like so long ago, that it might as well be another life entirely. Except then, I didn't know what was going on. I also didn't have the medication to help prevent things spiraling out of control. I came a long way in terms of my physical health, and for the second time today, I feel like I'm able to live normally now, or at least as normally as possible. Now, if only I could manage my relationship as well I managed my heart, I'll be in great shape. Feels bad, man. Well, we're here. Emmy grabs my hand as soon as we've stepped off the bus. She starts heading down the street almost immediately. Come on now. Come on. We've got a couple of blocks until my place. What? Oh, okay. I follow Emmy down the street, watching her confide stride. She's setting kind of a quick pace for just a walk. I guess she's anxious to get there. So does your mum do this sort of thing often? Nah, not too frequent. Mum's never been much for playing hostess. Oh yeah? Yeah. My dad was always the one pushing her to have people over. This an unprompted reference to her father catches me off guard. And from the look on Emmy's face, I'm not sure she meant to mention him. I think I've only heard her talk about him once. All I remember is that Emmy's mum told me that he isn't around anymore. Oh? Your mum prefers solitude? Emmy laughs. Either from relief that I didn't ask about her father, or from finding my statement actually funny. Not at all. She's why I'm such an outgoing person, you know? She just prefers to be a guest rather than a hostess. It's rather less stressful that way, also she says. Clearly she never had to meet her girlfriends. What? Clear she's never had to meet her girlfriend's mother for dinner. Okay. Emmy giggles again and speaks in a teasing tone. Nervous-ish now. You shouldn't be, you know. It's not that big of a deal. It's just dinner at my house. What? That's all? Yeah, but I've never brought home a boyfriend. Yeah, but have you ever brought home a boyfriend before? I confess this part of me dreads hearing the answer to this. I know very little about Emmy's past relationships. I don't even know if there's been past relationships. No, I guess I haven't. Hey, maybe this kind of thing... This really is kind of a big deal after all. Oh, good, now I feel twice as nervous. Though, tell the truth, I'm pretty happy to hear that I'm the first one. Maybe we've got something special after all. Bolstered by this new thought, I manage to calm down, controlled by the time Emmy knocks on her front door. Hey Mum, open up, we're here. The door swings open. Mrs. Abaxi, fuck it, I can't say the words. I can't say names. Stands grinning at her daughter. The grin is surprisingly similar to Emmy's. I'm never going to get used to that. You know, people normally wait for a few minutes before they start shouting at the door. And most mothers say hello to the daughters instead of scolding them right away. Of course. Welcome home, dear. Missed you. An affectionate hug later, we're inside. And it's only then that Emmy's mum seems to remember that I'm actually here. And hello to you too, Ishno. How are you? Quite well, thank you. Nice to not have school to worry about for a little bit. Ah, yes. You finished up your exams, haven't you? That must be quite a release for you both. It's certainly way off my mind, that's for sure. Mine too. I think I've slept well for the first time in weeks last night from relief alone. If this news is a surprise to Emmy's mother, she doesn't show it. Still, her response betrays a note of interest. Is that so? I am very glad to hear that, Emmy. You know, I get worried when you get all wound up about, well, exams. Certainly Emmy's mother knows something I don't, or rather, she doesn't know that Emmy's told me about the nightmares. It's interesting being able to observe how her mother, I'm just gonna say her mother, because the fuck trying to say that name, covers for Emmy. That protective instinct is made sure that I don't know anything more than Emmy's willing to tell me. I suppose Emmy's got more in common with Marks than I've realised. Moves around the fact, impossible to understand through direct observation, yet she still has effect on everybody she encounters. I wonder if her mother will figure out that I know about the nightmares, or is she just keeping everything a secret from everybody? Yeah, it's not been as bad this year as in the past. Himura should stay focused. Okay, I know that's not true. She even cut off contact outside of school hours during the exam week. But she did see me during the day, and she told me more than once that the morning ones was the only thing she looked forward to during exams, so maybe it's not that much of a lie. Either way, to hear that being around has helped even a little makes me feel a bit better. Her mother raises an eyebrow at this statement. Either she doesn't believe Emmy, or she's surprised as I am. Well then, it appears that it's a good thing you two have become so close. I'll tell you to take good care of my daughter, Ishna, but it looks like you're already doing that. Emmy grins at this and seems to take pride in having managed to integrate myself with her mother so easily. Actually, I'll say your daughter's been the one taking care of me. She's gotten me out and running. I've probably been more active since meeting her than I ever was even before. I actually never thought of it that much, nor have I ever appreciated the humour in it. I wasn't too naive before the heart attack, picking up games of soccer I didn't really count since they weren't that common. So now that I know for sure that I've had a weak heart, now I run every day, pushing my luck with the help of my medication. I chuckled quietly, and then realised that I never finished my sentence. Well, before I had my heart attack and wound up at the school here, I double-clicked, shit. But now, no, it seems silly to care, especially in the company of Emmy and her mother. If Emmy can quaver about her disability, then so can I. I think back to the track meet where Emmy declares herself the fastest thing on no legs. The fact of her obvious loss has never seemed to bother her, at least not in public. Being stuck in a wheelchair frustrated her, I know. But then that was something she dealt with on her own, despite my efforts to convey. Contrary, Emmy has a way of bringing out more active sides in people. I've never quite figured out how she does it. Those puppy dog eyes she gets, for starters. I'm not surprised that she managed to rope you into an exercise routine. If Rin weren't just as stubborn as she is, I'm sure that Emmy would have gotten her out and running with you too. Oh, that reminds me. Rin says hello. I drift into the outer edges of the conversation again as we move into the dining room to eat. It smells delicious in here, and the spreads that Emmy's mum has produced is impressive. Whoa, you made enough here to feed an army in here. Is it too much? Well, you can always take some leftovers with you when you go. That sounds great. I can only handle cafeteria food for so long. Something home-cooked would be a welcome and a change of pace. What he said. Thanks, Mum. The food tastes as good as it smells. There's a lust in the conversation while we're all dig in. Emmy assaults her plate with the usual amount of gusto, and I admit that I set a pretty fast pace for myself. So Ishno, hear that you and my daughter have been gotten rather close, The urge to say something like, not really, is so strong that I open mouth to say it, but then reassert control. We are close, there's no getting away around it. I mean, Emmy brought me here, hasn't she? Fortunately, both Emmy and her mother seem to have taken my reaction as a sign that I'm caught off guard rather than saying something cruel. It's kind of obvious that you're close, because you've basically had sex with her twice already. I'm pretty sure if you're not close, you won't be doing that. Just saying, Ishna. Heh, I suppose we are. I blame the morning runs myself. You make it sound like a bad thing, Ishna. Well, I for one found it a relief. Why is that? Emmy always been a popular girl, but never made many close friends. This is a bit of news to me. I've always seen Emmy chatting with her classmates in the hallways, and certainly the whole track team seems to love her. But that's true that she chooses to isolate herself during lunch with Rin and me. Not exactly the sort of behaviour one expects from a popular girl, after all. Then again, I've experienced her unwillingness to get close firsthand, so I can't say that I'm surprised. I was beginning to have my doubts. Emmy rolls her eyes to the ceiling and grumbles something I can't quite make out. Huh? What? What was that you just said? Nothing. Her mother chokes on her drink with laughter. You've been hanging out with the nurse too long, Emmy. I'm going to have to talk to him about corrupting my daughter. Somehow I don't think that would be very efficient. Efficient? Very effective. I learnt most of it from you anyway, not the nurse. Don't listen to her, Ishno. She's a born liar. Yeah, you're right. Oh, I don't know, Emmy. I think your mother has a point. What? You traitor. You're supposed to take my side in this. Yeah? But you did lie about your leg after that meet. Ow. A kick in the shins from an explosive plastic foot cuts me off. But not before her mother's eyebrows shoot upwards. What about your leg? It wasn't a big deal, that's all. It was, in a wheelchair for a bit. The last few mumbled words are quickly discipled by Emmy's mother. I suspect she has experience with this sort of thing, and a worried frown appears on her face. So that's why you kept dodging my calls. Oh, Emmy, I know you hate being in a wheelchair. No wonder why you've been in such a mood lately. Yeah, she's been much happier on her feet, so to speak. Well, of course, she spent enough time in a chair just after the accident. She didn't get pathetics immediately? No, she had to finish healing before they'll let her start this sort of therapy. You've got to go through to adjust to those things, especially since she wanted to run on them. I had no idea. Yeah, it sucked. Oh, did you see Rin Muna at the festival. Emi's sudden change of the topic makes me realise that she's been fidgeting the whole time her mother and I have been talking. I should have figured on her being a little skittish when it comes to talking about the accident, even around her mother. No, I didn't make it out of the festival, remember? Although I got a glimpse of it at your track meet, it seemed pretty weird to me. I think it's more or less what she was going for. She talked a lot about it being dreamlike, or trying to make it dreamlike. Rin's art is one of those things I don't think I'll ever understand. That's not surprising. I don't think Rin expects it to be understood. She told me once that art allows people to understand stuff they wouldn't understand otherwise, but all the same, she doesn't think it actually works that way. I'm surprised that Emi talked about this with Rin extensively, as though to actually have Rin's opinion, such as it is, although I expect that Rin could not, if she was so inclined, say the same thing about Emi's. Unless, of course, Emi is purposely keeping me in the dark about everything, which is likely, but unpleasant to think about. I drift down this unpleasant train of thought for a while, losing track of the conversation. Hey Emi, I've been meaning to ask. Huh? Are you going to visit your father this year? From the way she says it, I think Emi's mother was talking about the weather. From the way Emi reacts, it's clearly not the weather they're talking about. She flinches, a slight jerk of the head backwards, as if she's been slapped in the face. Can we talk about this later? Her voice seems brittle, stained as it looks as if she's been sleeve taken by the question. Yeah, I kind of guessed that was obvious. Like, it was kind of obvious that her father's dead. Yeah. It seems that her mother misjudged just how close Emi and I are. Some things, it seems, are best not conveyed about with me around. Her father is one of these things. The accident that took her legs is probably another one of those things. If her reaction to the earlier conversation between her mother and myself is any indication, it doesn't take Emi's mother long to realise she screwed up. Of course we can, dear. I'm sorry to bring it up. I just wanted to ask so I could make plans. It's fine, don't worry about it. Emi fidgets nervously as if embarrassed by her own reaction. I confess that her reaction is confusing. She's only just mentioned her father to me earlier today. Less than a few hours ago, even. Why does a simple question about when she will visit her father cause such a strong reaction? Unless whether secretly she claimed to have reached by means of our talk, the previous evening has suddenly evaporated. Yeah, because her father's fucking dead. Isn't that fucking obvious-ish now? Like, ugh. Or it doesn't help as much as she thought or claimed. I'll be right back. Gotta visit the little girl's room. Emi gets up and suddenly leaves the table, leaving me and her mother alone. I'm a little confused. Should I go after her, or should I stay here? It's obvious that Emi's departure was not based on the call of nature. Something's bothering her, and I have to know what it is. Oh, fuck. Talk to her mom, or go after her. Oh, fuck. This is a hard one. I'll go after her. I think. Yeah, I'll try it. The only way to find out is to go to the source, and the source is currently pretending that she has to use the toilet. I excuse myself politely from the table and head the way only to catch sight of Emi not in the bathroom, but in the kitchen, just next to the living room. Emi's left the door open as I approach. I can see that she's holding on to the table in an attempt to compose herself, an effort that falls as soon as I open my mouth. Doesn't look like nature's call was that urgent. Emi jumps and glares at me. What are you doing here? I didn't come here to be with other people. Yeah, I just wanted to help you. You look pretty rattled. I said it was nothing, didn't I? And besides, I thought we established that you can't help me. No, we established that you're stubborn. Look who's talking. The guy who followed me. This is different. I want to help you with whatever it is. Funny, because I want you to leave me alone. But why? Why can't you just trust me? We've been over this already, Ishino. I've got to deal with this stuff on my own. I won't accept that. You need my help. You just won't take it. My wording seems to be a little off. Need? I need your help. Well, it's a good thing we met, isn't it? Because otherwise I guess I'll just be a broken human being, wouldn't I? No, it's a good damn thing that Hisao came along to save the day, isn't it? Because God knows I couldn't save myself, can I? I'm just a poor, emotional damaged girl with no legs, right? Emmy, you know I don't think that. Really? Because if you thought differently then I don't think you'd be here, saying I need your help. You've got pretty far in life as a normal human without human being without you. So, what? Nothing we've shared was important? I'm just the guy who hangs out with you? You're my boyfriend, Heshno, not my savior. Well, no. That much is obvious. You won't even consider that I could be a help to you, will you? You just bottle it all up and hope that a run will solve your problems. Or you'll come visit me and we'll fool around until you feel better. That's not being a healthy human being, Emmy. That's not what a relationship means. Well, that's what it means to me right now, Hishno. I wish. She seems to reconsider her words just then. A flicker of pain, a doubt on her face. For a moment, I think she's about to cry. And I will end it there. Interesting, the story is now kicking off, but either way, guys, hope you've all enjoyed. And remember to do all the normal YouTube stuff, and I will see you next time. Till then, everyone, peace out.